Hi everyone, Comic Reviewer here. This time doing part 2 of The Ultimates. Now, as you know, Captain America tried to make it back to his fiancée to talk with her, but he doesn't want to face him just now. So we got on part 2. It starts off how, at a cemetery, Captain America is pointing out every one of Cap's friends who have died in that, and does have the decency to say, "You sure you want me to keep going, Captain? They're my family, sir. I need to know what happened to them." I actually do like how Nick Fury's saying, "Are you sure you still want me to go through this?" And you can understand how Cap must feel. And at the same time, it's like, "Would you like me to arrange a reunion transport could have you abroad by 1800 tonight?" What's the point? He doesn't even know me. Nobody knows me anymore. Even the little kids I remember are all old men now. You should have left me in the ice where I belong, General. Fury, everything I ever loved is gone. Not everything, Captain. And it's kind of like Captain America's way of saying, even though the past has moved on, the flag still stands. So meanwhile, Betty and Nick Fury are going to a big event, and which is revealed to be the Triskelion, which is like a big, huge island area. And meanwhile, Banner and also Tony Stark's talking, saying, "Tasty little ex you've got there, Banner. Kind of kinky. She's General Ross's daughter too, huh? Ever wonder what she looked like in her dad's old army uniform and a big fake mustache? No, and she isn't my ex, Stark. We're just in the middle of a trial separation. Besides, aren't you supposed to be here with Jennifer Tilly?" "Oh yes, but you always have to keep your option open with the Hollywood heartbreakers, Brucey. One moment they're on you like Oprah and on a Twinkie." So mainly, Tony goes off talking with people, and mainly like talking, saying, "Is he smart? Technically off the scale, Mr. President. Generally nobody in existence I would love leading the team when they're out on the field." "No, I don't mean General Few. No, I don't, General. I don't." "Well, what's your verdict on the 21st century Captain America? Cool or uncool?" And so we see Captain America's new outfit, saying, "Cool, Mr. President. Definitely cool." And so, meanwhile, in the space program, Larry King is talking with Tony Stark and such. And at the same time, people are watching the news reports and such. From homes to cafes, on the TV stand, even Bruce Banner feels a bit jealous. So meanwhile, Captain America decides to go back to his old apartment, which has now become a rundown neighborhood. And after going in to see stuff, they're like, "Oh, Steve." And so, mainly they're like, "Steve's waters quarters were breached? Who do you think were breached? Bruce, the Arabs, or the Chinese?" Now, that sounds a bit racist. I mean, that's like saying that the blacks or the Jews stole something. That sounds racist. Now, when you think about it, shouldn't they have had SHIELD agents patrol Steve's area? I mean, it would save trouble. And, like, apparently he reckons it was a bunch of kids who live across the street. He's heading over to kick their butts right now, Betty. Poor Cap. He spent the last weeks trawling flea markets to piece together his old record collection. And then some idiot just pulled paint liner over it. Now, this kind of makes me go into my car boot sales to find all the toys I used to have as a kid. Why? To relive my childhood and to do reviews on them. And so, meanwhile, they're talking about how they've got Hank Pym as Giant Man, and at the same time talking about the potentials things have. So meanwhile, you got Thor in Norway. Now, instead of Thor being Donald Blake, he's maybe a god stranded on Earth, and at the same time living with hippies and protesters. And Thor was like, and I have your secrets right here, Dr. Banner. Have you ever told Betty Ross that you can cry yourself to sleep every night? Or are you too busy fantasizing about hurting the Pyms for stealing your old job? What? These powers are neither mutant or machine, human. It's a demonstration from Mjolnir, and it's what you require, then I shall hopefully oblige. And so manages calling up a big rainstorm, and they decide to leave anyway. So meanwhile, they're talking about potential films and stuff, and they say having Captain America for Brad Pitt, and they're talking about having Samuel Jackson for Nick Fury, which actually did happen in a way. And they're mainly talking about having Tony Stark for Johnny Depp. Now, I can't see Tony Stark with Johnny Depp. I mean, I could have seen Nathan Hawke. Hell, I could have seen Matt Damon or Jake Abel for Hank Pym. It could work. And I could also seen Janet for mainly someone, I'm not sure. And like, what about me? Heck, who else but Miss Lucy Liu? Oh, naturally, even though she looks absolutely nothing like me, she'd be great because all Asian people are basically identical, right? Who would be your backup choice, General? Bruce Lee? I actually like how Janet's saying, dude, that sounds racist, what you said. And to be fair, I'm actually surprised Nick Fury would say that. I mean, I actually would have gone with the actress. I actually would have gone with a much better choice for mainly Janet, but not Lucy Liu. And mainly they're talking about having, like, Bruce Banner for a different actor, like, mainly Steve Goldberg. Yeah, that guy played Randall from Monsters Inc. And Steve Buscemi. Yeah, and when you think about it, Hank Pym should have kept his mouth shut and the team. And this causes Bruce Banner to leave angrily. Actually, do admit, Steve would have made a pretty good Miles Warren in Spider-Man. So meanwhile, in Manhattan, without, S.H.I.E.L.D. agents going after Bruce Banner to make sure he doesn't go Hulk or anything, I also like a Powerpuff Girls reference right there. That's actually a nice touch. So he's talking with Betty, and he's talking about how she's having a dinner date with someone. Of course, Bruce Banner goes into it. Shock, paramedics try and revive him. Something happens, causes a crash, and you've got the Hulk saying, Hulk want Freddie Prinze Jr. And so the team get ready, and Janet openly blames Hank Pym. Well, it's definitely the team's fault anyway. And the team get ready, all suited up for action. And the team get ready to take on Ultimate Hulk. And mainly they go like, Betty! And so Betty tries to talk with saying, oh my god, he's found us, Nick. The deranged little freak figured out where Freddy and I were eating. You think about it, they should have had S.H.I.E.L.D. agents, this would have been easier. And pretty much, Giant Man's like, oh, for God's sake, shut up, Banner. You're giving science a bad name. And so, mainly, Banner, or Hulk, shows up, tries to bash Giant Man down, but the team managed to try and knock him out, while causing property damage or not moving the Hulk away from anywhere. And mainly afterwards, Janet shrinks down to try and deal with Hulk, but something happens. Tony comes down barging through, and Captain America shows up in a tank, showing his tank fetish. So, mainly Cap and Hulk go down, and at the same time, lightning pulls in Manhattan, which turns out Thor shows up with someone saying, and to think, I voted for Ralph Raider. And so mainly Thor shows up to help as well, so they got a pretty much even ground. And at the same time, Hulk's like, "Don't leave Banner alone again." And so the team try and make sure and all that. So they manage to calm Hulk down due to Janet flying into Hulk. And pretty much Captain America plays the whole "I feel bad for the bad guys" sort of thing. And mainly kicks him down. He's like, "You do now, son. Dig out a straitjacket in a size 44, General. We're heading him in." And yeah, I'm going to have to end it here. So like, comment, and subscribe. Comic Reviewer here, signing out.